Hey guys, before the first episode starts, I just want to apologize first for the mic quality in it. We had some cheap mics to record it in a hurry, knowing the quality wasn't going to be that good, but it ended up being a little worse than I thought. I tried my absolute hardest to make it a listenable experience without hearing the weird buzz and crackling of our $5 mics. So, keeping that in mind, I hope you enjoy the first episode.
I don't necessarily want to start with the hello and welcome because everyone does it.
That's what I have to do for the first one. What's
You
going
want
on, guys? Welcome to our brand new podcast. I just woke up.
We both just woke up. Well, I kind of was awake a little bit more than you this
Yeah,
time around.
I have crusties in my eyes, and my hair's awry. There's people yelling outside, so
True.
it's kind of crazy right now.
We got women in the hot tub outside our hotel room.
They're being a little the worst.
But that's okay.
That's just how
Hey,
it is
guy.
here. Hey, man.
Hey, guy. We're starting a podcast. This is the first episode.
I can't believe it.
Finally, after weeks.
It took forever to get to this.
Weeks on weeks. I just came up to him one day and I was like, "We should do a podcast." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm down." And we just never did anything after that. But then again, like there was a bunch of, I guess, issues.
Yeah, I mean, recording wise, you and I never have time to do it, or everyone's always in the background talking at my house, so I can never do anything over there. It kind of sucks, actually, big time.
Before I forget, I should probably add a timer. Let me see.
I
There we
mean,
go.
you have one at the top too. You can see right there. How long
Oh
it's been
yeah, you're
recording
right. Or a stopwatch is what I meant. Okay. Whatever. Well, I have a secondary one now.
for. Epic.
All right, yeah. I guess we should introduce ourselves. My name is Red Eagle Eyes. I am a Twitch streamer as well as I don't know. I guess I could just say I like to troll and make memes. That's kind of my thing, at least.
Yeah, that's about right. Oh wait, and then I say we should probably talk about these, huh?
That's right. Yeah, we have horrible microphones right. Well, introduce yourself
Okay.
first too.
I go by Do Robot. That's kind of my creator name, and I do a little bit of everything. I like to make videos, music, uh, and that's everything.
That is true. You are quite the musician. I was about to say magician. That's
Both.
not right. It's musician.
I'm quite the magician, bro. I know a few card tricks. I've done a few tricks.
And your new butterfly knife.
Oh yeah,
thing.
and my new. Oh yeah, I got a lot of
Yeah,
them.
so we're kind of using really bad microphones right now. At home we have way better setups. He actually has the Shure SM7B, an actual podcasting microphone. At my house, I actually have the blue, I was about to call it the Blue Snowball, but no, it's the Yeti microphone, which is technically also a podcast microphone, but we're not home right now. We're actually in a hotel because we decided that we were going to meet up halfway since he lives in technically Northern California and I live in Southern California. And our halfway point is the city that we're currently in. I don't know if we really want to say it since we kind of just chill
Yeah, we
here.
come here sometimes, often, huh?
Yeah. So I was like, well, we met up. He drove 4 hours down, I drove 4 hours up. So you can kind of tell we live somewhat slightly far from each
Yeah,
other.
but I mean, it's worth. We gotta see the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, like in person, bro.
Oh yeah, man! I'm excited. That actually is gonna be airing in like 2 hours for us. So here we are on a Saturday night, the boys recording the podcast 2 hours from when we watched the movie.
I can't believe this. Instead of out partying, going clubbing.
Man, they have the party outside the hotel room right now. They're in the
Oh,
jacuzzi.
God.
By the way, that jacuzzi sucks.
It was
Oh
so
my god! Do you want to
disgusting.
explain your
So here I
disappointment?
am. I'm driving 4 hours to get here, and I've had in my mind the whole time. I'm like, I can't wait to get into this jacuzzi, all the way here, forefront of my
Jacuzzi.
mind. And I was like, okay, we finally get here. It's cold outside, kind of, but I want to get there anyways.
Oh
I'm
man,
shivering a little bit.
it's like
And then, here, you want to talk about your first experience? There was someone in the jacuzzi
oh
already, so
yeah.
we had to do something
So
beforehand.
yeah, so there was people inside the jacuzzi. It was a couple, and we were just like, well, we're already kind of there. We don't want to necessarily leave and then go back because what if somebody else decides to go into the jacuzzi? And so I was like, you know what? Let's go in the pool. That pool was ice cold. Oh my God. I'm talking like if you dumped your toes, or not dumped, if you dipped your toes into the water, it was burning. It was burning cold. That's how cold it was. I still went in it. Yeah. I still put my entire body after what felt like 10 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it was like less than 5 minutes just getting my whole body into it.
Freaking
Uh,
crazy.
yeah, I would. Yeah, that's not a normal thing to do. But there was kids playing in there, man. Like I can't. There
Yeah,
was two kids just chilling in this ice cold water, and I was like, all right, if they could do it, I can do it.
that's the thing. Is that we're not the young chums we used to be. We're not young lads anymore. Our bones freeze up.
We're not youngins.
No, no, they were youngins. They were just jumping around with the little paddle boards. Me, I can't even dip my foot in there.
It was really cold.
Heck that. And you put your thighs in there, bro. I couldn't believe it. Heck
I mean,
that.
that's the part that's the slowest for me is like from my thighs to my lower torso because I gotta save that whole area, man. I can't put it into shock.
Oh yeah, huh?
But that was pretty much what we did. So I went into the pool and I think I was chilling in there for a good 10 minutes, and then the couple that finally left from the jacuzzi, we went right away as soon as they left the gates of the pool area. We were like, let's go. 007 style, grabbed our stuff, went over to, for some reason there's like a ramp that leads up to it, so you got to go around the railing. Um, Robot immediately turns on the bubbles or the jets, I guess I can call them, right? And he was like, "You should go in first and see how hot it is." So I didn't even dip my toes. I step inside. I put both of my feetsies inside, and I looked at him with this weird, like, "What am I stepping in right now?" Because it wasn't steamy. It was. I was like, is this hot to you? Because I thought my body was just reacting weird to it. Because since I was already in ice cold water, I kind of figured that my body should be like steaming or like thawing out as we go into the jacuzzi. And I go, step inside, tell me if it's hot. That jacuzzi was the most lukewarm jacuzzi that I have ever stepped in, and I've stepped into a decent amount of hot jacuzzis. So that was a huge disappointment.
Yeah,
I'm very sad. And we didn't. You really wanted a jacuzzi.
yeah,
You told me you wanted a hotel that had a jacuzzi.
yeah. This specific hotel I wanted to come to only because of the jacuzzi. We paid the extra money because of the jacuzzi, and you can imagine my immense disappointment and how it ruined my entire week. That we get here, and it is the saddest jacuzzi I've ever seen. It's not even hot in the slightest. The bubbles didn't even shoot forwards; they shot like up on the sides. There wasn't even massage ones. And then there was just like it was like we were stepping into like a soup. It was like a concoction. There was like a film on the top.
Oh, it was so
When
dirty.
you step into it, you have to like break the tension of the water getting into it. And there's like a filmy stuff on it. That's all I can explain it. It's like disgusting. It's like a frothy thing. It's not like
Yeah,
old
he's
people,
pretty right
right?
about that.
There was cigarettes all over, like around the sides, not in the jacuzzi, but all around the sides. So people obviously just
Like the
smoke in there.
fencing, the
There's
walls.
probably
Yeah.
like ashes in there. I didn't even think about that. It's
Now
like
that yeah,
doing that, and then there were bugs in there. Um,
yeah, like not mosquitoes, but it looked like they were gnats inside the water, which that's still not pretty good, anyways.
oh yeah, and also in the pool and the jacuzzi, it was broken in like a few spots. So there's like stuff
Oh,
on the
that's
floor.
right. I don't even know what I would call it. The outline of the jacuzzi, there was like bits and pieces that were. It looked like someone smashed their head into the out like that. What would you call it? The edge,
Yeah, like
the
rim.
ledge, whatever of the jacuzzi. Like that thing was just broken. Inside the pool, there was just like a chunk of the ground missing. So there was just like this little tiny hole. You can see the cement underneath. And I was like, man, which by the way, this hotel's not bad. It's a really nice hotel. We felt like we were too poor to be here pretty much because um the main, not the office. The what is it?
I
What is
guess
that
it's
called
the
over there?
office. Yeah, it's like the main entrance.
The no, but there's the
What, the
fuck,
foyer, bro?
Mr.
Of
Mosby,
the
the lobby.
lobby?
No running in the lobby.
Mr.
It's the lobby.
Mosby. All I had to say was Mr. Mosby.
Yeah, it's Mr. Mosby. So in the lobby was like really fancy, and we were like, whoa, like we were those two guys that steps into a hotel, and we were like, whoa, like this place. They have a roof inside the lobby, dude. Like the front window that you walk up to the counter, there's a roof above that. Like they have their own roof inside the room of the lobby. That was dope. I was like, man, it must rain in here sometime because that was like tiles on the top. Um, that was fancy. It looked pretty dope. But yeah, this is a really nice hotel. Relatively cheap. I mean, it was like what 200 for two
Yeah,
nights.
like 220 or something.
We kind of each pay for a night. But I mean, it's worth it because we drove the 4 hours yesterday, and now we're gonna have to drive 4 hours again tomorrow. So this is, uh. So hopefully, yeah, the next podcast we should be on our good microphones. And I mean, I don't think these microphones are gonna be bad, but they're definitely not the same quality as what we have at home.
No, definitely not. And I just noticed as you were talking, I was looking at my Audacity right now, and I realized I'm only recording into the left ear.
Only right now?
Yeah, it's by default. It's not stereo,
Dang. So anyone, hey,
so I'm gonna have to fix that.
can you swap it to like mono?
I mean, I can do that afterwards.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So
but like,
well, I mean, I guess it
microphone
doesn't
is
matter
pretty.
too much right now. Hey, it's the first episode of the podcast. We're finally able to do it after so many weeks of wanting to. We actually don't have a name for it right now.
I'm thinking we figure it out right as we're recording. We're just gonna figure it out first episode.
Yeah. So I guess the roadmap to this podcast, we don't really have anything planned. It's kind of just like wanting to we well, I mean, listening through a lot of podcasts because we do listen to other podcasts as well. And it's just like seeing them have a good time. I'm like, that's technically us when we're in Discord. We're just chilling, and we don't really get to talk like just the boys anymore. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, by the way. Um, but it's been a hot minute, and it's always been fun. Like technically, we have another friend, Alex. A lot of people from our community know who he is. Uh, I don't know if we're gonna be having him on the podcast. It would be kind of funny just to have like sound bites of him laughing in the background every now and then
Yeah.
because he has a really contagious laugh. But every now like we kind of joked about having the podcast, whatever the name is, and then at the very end it will say featuring Alex or like with Alex or if for some reason we have an episode with him, like it'll just say and Alex.
I can't wait for that, bro. And I can't wait for it to have like people on because we already kind of have like two people lined up.
I remember Soup. Who was the other one that we had lined up?
Um, who was the other person? I don't think. Oh, I don't know. But I can think of three people right now that I'd like to have talk about stuff.
Name him.
Okay, the first person is Toofs.
Oh yeah,
He's got
that's
some silly stories.
a Canadian friend of ours. He's also a Twitch streamer.
And then another person is I want to have I want to do something funny with like Emerald and someone with a VTuber. I know a VTuber
Oh,
that's
man.
started getting into that realm, and that'd be hilarious to see what he has to say about that, since he's kind of our resident VTube expert.
Yeah, there's an ongoing joke. It's gonna be said eventually. He's probably the second biggest weeb that I know currently, but he's newly weeb is the thing because he started. I think it's been a year that he's been watching anime, and he just like head first started diving into that. So he became the stereotypical cat girl lover, unfortunately. Which I'm not talking shit. It's just the meme that we have in my Discord. Um, yeah, he really loves anime, and he kind of surpassed me, and I think I've been watching it for a good 5 to 6 years now. I don't even. I mean, technically, since I was a kid, because one of the first animes that I watched was Inuyasha as well as Dragon Ball Z, and that was on Cartoon Network, Toonami, and Adult Swim for some reason for Inuyasha.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not sure why.
Oh yeah, dude. Also, Toonami, of course, bro. You got
Yeah,
it.
Toonami was the shit.
Classics on there. Dragon
Oh
Ball
my
Z.
god.
I mean,
But
yeah, but also you're more of a casual weeb, I'd say.
yeah, I mean, can I
wouldn't
even
even
be
say
called a
weeb. Yeah, I
weeb?
wouldn't even really say weeb. You just like watch
Cat.
anime sometimes, and you don't even like binge watch them like a weeb
No,
would. It
I'm
takes
so
you so
horrible.
long to watch an episode, bro. You gotta have someone there to do it with you.
Someone's got to babysit me so I can watch some anime, apparently. But I mean, they're not wrong because I don't know. Whenever I have free time, I'm usually chilling in Discord or I just go like I play some games. So I'm always doing something and never really sit down to enjoy a show, which I used to get yelled at way more about it because there was always a time where someone would be like, "Yo, have you watched this movie? Have you watched this show?" And I would be like, "No." Like 85% of the time, I'd be like, "No, I've never seen it. I've never even heard of it before." And then they go, "You've never watched this show or this fucking movie from 1985?" But no, that just using that as an example, but yeah, it could be a 3 month old show or anime or even a 10-year-old movie, and I'll get hit with you haven't watched this.
Bro. I mean, yeah. Like you haven't even seen the classics, like all the Star Wars movies. You
Okay,
didn't
to be
see the
fair,
beginning
I
ones.
did watch episode 3.
So, what do you mean? Which one?
Well,
Like
episode 3.
of the well, in chronological order?
Yeah, if we were talking about like episode 1, 2, or
Like the old one.
3, 4, 6, 1, 2. Oh
The
crap!
one with Darth Vader and Luke?
Uh, yes. Because it was the one where, well, before we start getting into Star Wars talk,
You don't have to get too deep.
it was the one where he was on that one planet with the two suns, and he went from a kid to a teenager, and they took him from that planet to become a Jedi. I think is what I.
That's like I think that's the Phantom Menace. Oh wait, no, maybe that's the second one.
No, because the Phantom
That's
Menace would
like
be.
the first one of their prequels.
Is it?
Mhm.
Am I wrong?
I think that's the first one. Are you talking about Anakin, little baby Annie?
Yeah, Anakin.
So
Yeah,
that's
my
like the
bad.
first prequel.
Sorry, I don't know my Star Wars lore, by the way. Again, I haven't watched all of
Haven't watched
these.
though. Yeah. There's your example. I haven't seen it. Also, didn't see Ghostbusters. I found that out recently. I was deeply
Okay, all right.
disappointed.
Listen, just because I haven't. Okay, there's a chance that I might have watched it as a kid, but I don't remember the movie.
Oh, you would remember it.
Okay, then yeah, I haven't
It
watched
is
it.
such a good movie, bro. They had some funny stuff in there. Actually, like golden filmmaking right there.
Well, if I
Original
can
one.
name some movies that I haven't watched, like series wise, I've only watched like 2 to 3 movies of the Harry Potter series, and I think they have about 9 movies or so, something like that. Haven't watched all the Star Wars series. Haven't watched Breaking Bad because apparently that's a really good show. Haven't watched Friends. Haven't watched The Office.
Hey, Friends is all right.
What do you have against Friends?
No, Friends is good. Friends is good. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I did watch Parks and Rec, but I haven't watched like all of it because I think season 7 just felt weird.
Mm.
So, I mean, that's the only thing that I've kind of watched super series wise.
You know, actually, the thing I do have against Friends is the merchandise that people make about it. Yeah, I hate
Really?
it, all of it,
Why?
because like they like make it in like different styles to fit different shows and stuff like that. So it'll be like Friends. It'll say Friends, but it'll
Mhm.
have like Homer Simpson on it for some reason, and then like they have Bart, and not only is it them, but
Oh,
it's the goth versions of them. So they have piercings and stuff on them, and it's that culture.
what the hell?
Yeah, it's like
What?
what you'd see at the mall at those kiosks where they make you like the custom hoodies and stuff like that. They have those designs of like Disney characters with
Oh,
goth
like
versions.
pre-made
Yeah.
ones? Oh,
You
I
have
haven't seen
never
those.
seen those? No way,
No.
bro.
Well, I mean, I don't go to the mall too often either. I sound like a boring
For real,
motherfucker.
you never do anything.
Listen, I promise you, I'm not a boring person. I do a lot of adventurous stuff. I've been to a lot of shows. I've been to a lot of festivals. I just don't do like basic stuff, I guess. Like we've gone camping. We've gone camping plenty of times. And when we say camping, like it's actual camping, not like let's go to the forest and like a a pre-made location, and we've actually gone out to the forest, driven on the dirt roads, found a spot next to a lake, and we were like, all right, this looks like a good place to fucking camp. Be worried about bears, but um, yeah, that's the kind of camping that we've
Oh
done.
yeah,
So
that's the way to camp.
yeah,
I'm so happy I taught you the right way to camp. Also, we have to do it again in July. I really want to. I hope you can do that with me.
in
They're
July.
doing a
How far
big
is
get
July from
together.
now? Let me see.
It's kind of far away.
We're in March, April, May, June. Oh, I got a lot of
Yeah, you
time.
got it.
Oh heck yeah.
I think it's like the 4th of
Fourth,
July.
the 4th of July. Hey yo.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit after that. They like to get together.
hmm Oh, everyone in the Bigfoot community.
Oh yeah. Also, speaking of which, that's another person I'd like to have on the podcast. Our boy Fred. We're packing heat.
Frederickson the 34th.
Oh
So
yeah.
many nicknames. I love all his nicknames. I'm gonna name some. So I've met him as Fredward. No, I met him as Mystic Llama. That was the name that I met him back in the Modern Warfare 3 days, man. That's how long I've known him. Um, so I knew him as Mystic Llama, but I would always hear him get called Fred. So even though his gamer tag was something else, I would call him Fred. And then he changed it to Fredward, and then he lost that account, and then he has Packing He, and then I changed his nickname to Frederickson the 34th. So yeah, that's one of our longtime friends that we've known, and so someone that I could definitely see us having on the podcast.
Oh yeah, he's quite a funny dude, and
hmm
he knows a lot of stuff about different conspiracies and crazy things like that. But also, he's a man of investments. I'd
Oh
love
my
to talk about that
god.
stuff to him. I was thinking one thing we could maybe do on this podcast is have like a
Yeah.
thing we do on Wednesdays called Wacky Wednesdays.
Wacky
Yeah,
Wednesdays.
where we get
Okay.
a little wacky,
All right. All right.
and we could have
Explain it
Fred
to me.
on Wednesdays because he said he'd love to come, right? We could
Okay.
have a Wednesday thing, or like maybe like every other Wednesday,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
have him go to town. Wait, we ask him one question,
He just
and then
he takes over.
it's just the whole time.
You've never heard of this cryptocurrency that came out?
Or we could have him and like someone else on, and then have them like battle each other.
Oh, I
Listen
mean,
to their different have a debate.
at that point, it would be like Fred versus Emerald.
Yeah, dude,
That-
for
yeah.
real. Someone who listens to Logic versus Fred.
Oh man, all right. That actually sounds like a good idea. So I guess we can kind of talk about still. We really went off from like the roadmap kind of thing of this podcast, but not necessarily because we were still on topic, off topic. Um,
Just
so
everywhere.
yeah, this podcast is just going to be going everywhere, kind of how our conversations go. But I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like we can do a really good job with when it comes to podcasts because um, besides us always having something random or different to talk about, it kind of just flows easily. At least it seems like it to me.
That's because we're homies, bro.
Yeah.
For the, for, for, from the very beginning. Also, I think the one thing that we're probably like what we talk about in our podcast and stuff, like we're gonna be all over the place all the time. But the one thing I think that we're always gonna come back to is either like a shows like anime or video games.
Yeah,
'Cause that's what we
video
bonded
games
over in the
big time.
beginning.
Whether it's a game or I don't think we'll be doing like reviews, but gaming news, gaming related topics, anime topics, maybe shows. I don't know. It kind of just depends on what piques our interest at the time. So
Oh
that
yeah.
that pretty much seems like what the main focus of the podcast is having a conversation about whatever interests us, or just hey man, catching up because I know there's always every now and then, or like if you're gonna be going camping soon and I don't get to go, you can just tell us how it goes because that'd be
Mhm.
pretty dope. Just have a couple of notes on your phone to kind of re-jog your memory. That's actually a good
Oh yeah,
idea.
document it. I could
Yeah.
totally do something like that.
hmm
That would be fun. Because I mean, even if I don't go camping, I still always go places, different areas. And if you're not able to come, I can still do some pretty crazy, wacky, silly stuff.
hmm
It'll be fun. Do that. Hmm. I mean, I feel like that's like probably the only big things that we'd be doing.
Yeah.
I'm not really too big on like news. I don't really know like what's going on in the. I'm not in the know.
No, not like current news that shows on TV. I think everybody's been getting enough of that because it's been on like everything. If I open up a meme app, if I open up Twitter, if I open up YouTube, like every single media that I intake, it's slowly making its way into games. Which we'll get onto that topic probably on a different episode because man, I hate that. I hate the how like current events will make its way into video games because that's my escape. But again, we'll get to that on a different episode. Um, I was like, man, I was about to go on a
Yeah,
rant,
start
dude.
getting real into it.
I was ready.
I mean, and that's probably something that we could do with this. Is like it's this little podcast could be also a way to just escape all the insane stuff that's happening in the real world right now.
hmm
Not have to worry about talking all that crazy stuff, and it's just the boys hanging out. We can just relax,
Yeah.
having a good time.
One thing I did want to bring up, like, okay, so we introduced ourselves. I'm a Twitch streamer. I've been a Twitch streamer since oh man, I think I've had people subscribe to it 4 years now, and someone I think Megacelia has had been subscribed to 56 months. So he's the longest sub that I have right now. 56 months. What is that? Almost how long is 5 years? 60? Oh
Something
my
like that.
god.
But yeah, you've basically gone. But I mean, you've also been going like a year and a half prior to the not partner program, the affiliate program too.
Affiliate,
Yeah, so
yeah.
you've been going for.
6 to 7 years streaming?
I'd say
Damn.
you're a veteran.
That's weird to think about.
You're like a proper streamer veteran.
And even then I still suck.
Yeah,
So I'm definitely not a huge or big time streamer. I it's still a hobby of mine. I only stream like I aim for 4 hours, but if I go anything past that, that's just because I'm having a good time. Like recently, oh my god, we can probably get on this topic sometime soon. But Elden Ring, oh my oh I've been addicted to it, man. And anytime I start streaming, I accidentally hit 6 hours and I'm like, what the hell? I've been playing for this long, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that feeling too.
that's what I love about this game. Like it before the game came out, I was going through one of those ruts where I didn't want to play anything because there was no good games out. It was just I was either playing Apex
Yeah.
with all the Japanese people because they've just been going to town on that game lately, and then it's either Apex or like Smash or something like that. Just
Yeah.
competitive games. And then Elden Ring comes out, and it's like I've had the same experience on that with like Breath of the Wild, where it's like I just
Ooh,
get lost in it.
that is a great comparison.
Yeah, I mean everyone makes that comparison, but like it not like game to game. They're not like I wouldn't say similar. I'm saying I have like the same amount of wonder, like just walking around doing
Yeah.
whatever, finding something new or like finding a new weapon that I have no clue what it does, and then finding out it sucks, but I die that way. It's so good, bro. It's so fun. I lose myself in that for hours.
I definitely know that feeling of like finding this weapon that looks really cool and then it has like half the damage of your current weapon and you're just like, damn it, I can't use this too. But even one thing that oh man, before we start going on a big rant about Elden Ring too, um, one of the biggest things that I need to do is actually level up my weapons. Oh my god. I have not been I'm currently like level 72 and I think I've only leveled up my weapon 4 times.
Yeah, you're not really that far into it to be
Yeah.
honest, but also you're doing it on stream most of the time.
Yeah, but I mean, for like playing, having played 60 hours and only leveled up my weapon 4 times, that's not great.
Yeah, only
That's not good
yourself
at
took level
all.
70
I'm handicapping myself.
for real. And most people say you can finish the game in like 40 hours.
Bro, I got
That scared
scared.
me. Yeah.
I hope that got picked up. Someone, I don't know if it's like a hotel above us or next to us, but someone, I guess, decided to turn on the water and you just hear the, but it was like right above me. And man, I pooed a little bit.
Right through the wall.
Yeah, that these walls are not paper thin. Like we cannot hear any neighbors if we have any neighbors. Like we can't even hear them. We can hear the people outside, but that's because the window's right out front, and like we're somewhat close to the jacuzzi pool. Um, So yeah, I don't know. I can
Yeah.
still hear the water running, but I mean it's in the walls.
I was thinking to myself about that last night too. I was like, man, I'm so happy that we don't have any neighbors like our old neighbors that we had in Las Vegas when we stayed there for a day.
Oh
And those
yeah.
people were up all night long partying next to us. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, what if we are those people?
Right now?
What if we are the annoying ones? Because we're up giggling and shit. Like,
I mean, like we can be loud, but it's I don't know. It's not partying loud. So is it the same?
no, no, we're not like doing backflips and stuff in here. But
Yeah.
like,
Like
like
we're not being loud YouTuber people because that's different. That's like just like screaming
no,
because
oh
being loud is
god,
funny apparently.
loud equals funny.
Yeah. Which I mean to a point, yeah, but we're not that kind of loud. Like we're making ourselves laugh. Like what is it that who was it that called us the buddy cop duo?
Oh, that's probably our good buddy Fish.
Fishy, fishy,
Fishy.
fish. Yeah, our K-pop stan.
Shout out to our K-pop stan Tumblr girl
Oh, she's gonna she's gonna hate us that we said that. Oh no, she's gonna tell her therapist, dude.
and connoisseur of all things DC and Marvel.
That yeah, actually yeah, you're pretty right on that.
Hey, hey,
You right for that one.
you hey, hey, thank you. Hey, another potential guest, perhaps?
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, it's gonna be even if we have her on, we gotta switch to bad mics just because she has a webcam that she uses. So
Only with her.
yeah.
We'll switch
The
back to these ones.
we'll even title it like Bad Mic Podcast or something.
The Scuffed Podcast.
But I mean, that's the thing that I'm excited for is that I don't think we're gonna be taking this way too serious. It's all for fun, but it's been something that I've been wanting to do, and I would assume that it's something that you've been wanting to do as well.
Hmm. I want to get to know other people too.
Yeah.
Like having guests on, I've always been so like I've been fascinated about interviewing guests because I want to like I have so many questions about so many different things I want to talk about.
Would you want to be like Sean Evans from Hot Ones, getting like in depth,
Oh
deep, like?
shoot!
Would you want to be that in depth in
Wait, is
questions,
it
or
creepy levels? I don't know.
I don't know if it's no creepy levels would be. Oh, who's that one guy that interviews rappers? I know his name, but I don't
Are you talking about
remember.
the dude with like the fuzzy hair?
Yes,
He's hilarious.
but he has like information that they think he's with the feds. That's
Yeah,
creepy level.
yeah. He like he'll ask them like something about drugs, and they'll look him in the eyes like, "How'd you know that?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Only people in my circle know that.
That's what I'm. Or I like the episode. It's like you're a little Uzi Vert. We have to know what's
Hey,
his name.
are you little Uzi Vert? A Rob Zombie poster.
But
Oh, I love that guy.
what is his name though? Like I know who he is.
I have no clue. I never knew what his name was.
Oh
I've
damn
only
it!
ever seen clips of him.
I want to say his name starts with an H, but I can't remember right now. But whatever. We'll probably bring it up on a future podcast or something. But okay, so going back to the question, would you want to be that kind of interviewer, or like back to Sean Evans from Hot Ones,
No,
who's
definitely
like
Sean Evans.
Sean Evans?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be bald soon anyways.
But
I'm gonna get there.
You just got a haircut. You're looking good. How are you gonna mention that you're gonna be bald?
Dude, I got my first fade today.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we came here, right? We came
Yeah.
to this big, the place we meet up a lot. You know, it's a bigger city, I'd say. I'm not used to living in a city. I live in a smaller town area. You know,
Which
I'm just a small town boy.
can I mention too that this city, it's not necessarily like the best city. It's not uh like Los Angeles where like half the city can be dangerous or like half the city could be safe and like all influencer. Like this city is a huge mixture of both because outside of our hotel, there's easily like homeless people who are asking for money. Apparently, oh, I didn't even tell you this. The front door,
Mhm.
somebody smashed it.
What?
Yeah, somebody punched the front door that we walked in through. Like it
When?
has the caution tape on it because it's
Just
cracked.
now?
No, well, I mean, sometime between last night and this morning.
Jesus,
Be-
bro. Was that when you went to go get sandwiches?
Yeah. When I went to Subway, I just noticed the caution tape, and then I was like, "What the hell? That wasn't there this morning, or at least I don't remember it."
This morning.
Yeah. So it like once we're leaving, you'll see the door unless they fixed it by then, but I doubt it. It's just gonna be
Mm,
cracked. Like it
yeah,
looks like
it's a
somebody
glass
kicked it.
door. It's so nice too.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck, dude? Someone definitely, bro. It was those people last night that came over to me and asked for a dollar, and I told them I was on a budget.
That's right. That's funny because as soon okay, so we got here. I was here late because I hit more traffic than I thought I was going to since I had to drive through Los Angeles, and Los Angeles traffic, don't even get me started on that. Um, but that made me. It went from a 4 hour drive to a 5.5 hour drive. That's how bad traffic was. Uh, but getting here and I finally check in since it was under my name. um we get our cards, we get the pass for our cars since we came in separate cars, because I asked them specifically, like, hey, we came in separate cars, can we both park them in the lot? um and as we were walking back to the cars so that we can take them within the fence, I noticed that there was these two. I don't necessarily want to call them homeless because they didn't look like it, but they definitely looked like people who were going to ask for money. So I go, "Yo, if they ask you for money, just say no." And I'm watching, and you could take over from here pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. So his car's parked closer to the hotel, and there's like a McDonald's right that's close by. So I parked my car at that McDonald's, and then he was like, yeah, and then he said that as I'm walking off to my car, he's like, if those guys ask for money, say no. And then as a joke, I guess, right? And then I'm walking over there, and then I see her look at me. She starts giving me the eye. And I'm like, oh no. So I start kind of like drifting off to like the right, and then I see her get up and she starts walking also, or she starts walking to her left, my right, right,
Yeah,
and she's coming in to
she's
intervene.
trying to cut you off.
Yeah, she's coming in for the intervention, and then she meets we meet in the
She's gonna
middle.
quick scope you.
Yeah. I was like, oh no, here she comes, bro. And she comes, she gets so close to me. I was
Oh
I
my
was gonna
god,
tell her, I
yeah.
was like, hey man, 6 feet, 6 feet. And then she's like, I say, hey, can you spare $1? And I'm like, hey, no, sorry, we're traveling right now, and I'm on a budget. I'm sorry. And then she says something to me, but I didn't hear her. She's like,
I'm
friggin'
on a
travel. I'm so
budget.
it was,
They've never heard that, dude. They have never heard that before. I'm on a budget.
yeah, probably right. Some people are just probably like, yeah, no. I was like, I'm on a budget, and then I get inside my Jeep.
Yeah. And she
She
turned around too.
and then leave the
You
McDonald's.
just sees you driving this Jeep after you say you're on a budget.
I am.
I mean, yeah, it's the
It's
truth.
the truth.
We
I
don't
didn't lie to her.
lie.
Yeah, I didn't lie to her, but it's funny. The circumstances. Well, then I got out of there.
Yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
probably angry. Broke the door.
Well, we haven't seen him since though, which is nice. But we have seen this one guy who he's like, okay, so he was doing the stereotypical dragging around a blanket, but he wasn't carrying it at first. Like he had it. Okay, so where the hotel is, there's a bunch of shops. So in the plaza that we have, there's a Starbucks, there's the Subway right next to it, so that's where I went, and then just a little bit walking um to the left of the hotel, there's the McDonald's, and there's a bunch of other stuff. Across the street, there's another plaza, and on the opposite corner there's another plaza. Actually, there's a whole mall right there. I didn't even know that was here. So I accidentally chose a really good hotel. So as we're walking to Five Below, which if you don't know what Five Below is, it's just this store that has a bunch of doodads, doohickeys, thingamajigs. Everything is like $10 and below. Actually, the record player that you bought was like 25,
Yeah, it's
right?
like $25.
But that was like the most expensive thing that we saw. So they just have a bunch of things. These microphones that we're using that's where we got it from.
553 right here.
So we just bought a bunch of useless stuff. Sorry for if you can hear the bag. I have like this vlogging kit, a smartphone vlogging kit. There's a green screen because I thought it was gonna be cool. It's kind of ass because it's like very see through, but either way, I was like I can make it work. So I can start doing like really bad like fake advertisements. Um, but one of the kit that I got, it has like an LED light. It has a shotgun microphone. a phone holder, a monopod that turns into a tripod. I was like, Jesus, man. Plus, we got this microphone that we bought, the clip-on ones. So it was pretty good. Like I spent $37 for a bunch of. I got socks, 10 pairs of black ankle socks for like $5. That was awesome. I didn't know they had that. I'm gonna start buying from there now. And these are comfy, man.
Dude, that was so cool going in there because that was the first time I've ever been to a Five Below. So we're walking around in there, and it's dangerous for us to be there because we are on a budget. Like I said, I should not be spending money. And then we walk in there, and there's so many like gadgets. They have an entire wall of like cheap headphones.
Yes,
I didn't buy any
sir.
of them, but like,
Which are like ten
what the
bucks
heck?
and under.
Yeah, the moment we walk in there, they have like one of those little spinning, like tower thingies full of headsets, like gaming headsets, and they had like
Mhm.
gaming. It's just a bunch of peripherals. And I'm like, man, this is
Dude,
I
they
should
had it
be here,
all.
bro. Five
They
bucks,
had.
$10, $15. They had like Risk of Rain for PS4
Yeah,
for
that was
$5.
weird.
I should have copped that, to be honest. I was already spending so much money there.
Risk of Rain 2,
Yeah,
which included the original Risk of Rain.
God, but why didn't I? We should go back there and get it. I'm trying to remember.
Tomorrow. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
down to buy it too.
Was there? I think there was only one copy. I'm gonna get it first. We'll Rochambeau.
I mean, you can have it. Yeah, but they have just like a bunch of it's a bunch of useless stuff. Even they had gaming mice, keyboards, the left hand keyboard only, like what people think professional gamers use. They had microphones. They had a headstand or micro. What is it? Headphone stands. There's just a bunch of stuff that they had, and that was half. Yeah, half of the tech section. Besides headphones, chargers, cables, like they just had a bunch of stuff. Um, so if you have a Five Below, this is not sponsored, by the way. I don't know if we'll ever get a sponsor, but it's just a cool little gadget store with cheap stuff. Uh, yeah, definitely go and see if you can find the weirdest thing. I think the weirdest thing that we found was definitely the record player that Robot bought
Hmm.
for $25, and it's only a record player. You can't do anything else with it so far as what we've seen.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was kind of hoping that I could plug a like a sound system or something onto it
Yeah.
because I don't know how the speakers are gonna sound on it. I don't even have a vinyl. I don't,
Yeah, that's
I don't
right.
have anything to test it with. So
we did go to Walmart first yesterday when we first got here because we were gonna see if they had at least like a decent microphone or anything that we have now, but they didn't have anything surprisingly.
I couldn't believe that. Not even like a Yeti.
Hmm.
Usually you have something like that.
I mean, they had a bunch of headsets, but I don't think we want to get a headset for this kind of
Mm.
stuff.
It's-
But yeah, but I mean, they had a bunch of vinyls, which was like the last thing that we saw, and that's when you mentioned that you wanted a vinyl player, and lo and behold, the next day we were gonna find one for $25. I'm pretty sure it cost them like $3 to make, but
I have no clue how it's gonna sound, but the first thing I'm gonna do is buy the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, first Guardians of the Galaxy
oh
soundtrack for
yeah,
vinyl, because that go hard. And then I do want to grab that Redbone vinyl,
oh
Childish
yeah.
Gambino. And what else? There's so many. Everyone, dude, vinyl's coming back.
See, the thing is too, you can't go down from here. You bought like the lowest of low
Yeah.
record player that you can possibly find, so you can only go up from here. Because
That's hilarious.
I would consider you more the sound file than myself. Because I don't. I'm a cheap like MF dude. I don't know if we're gonna be swearing or not, but
Yeah,
I'm
I accidentally did it a few times.
I've swore already. I've sworn already, but
I'll have bleeps. We'll have our own bleep sound.
yeah.
We can
But
make that.
yeah, I don't spend much on myself. Like the high end headphones. The high end headphones that I have, I
Boy.
think are the $300 AKG headphones. Did I tell you how I got those?
EKG. That's what they put on your heart.
No, not EKG, AKG.
What's that?
No, not the defibrillators. AKG is an expensive brand apparently.
Oh, okay.
But it was when I had pre-ordered. Okay, so this is the funniest thing. I still remember this. This was when Fortnite peaked, and Samsung had decided to team up with them on the Galaxy phone.
Oh yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
that
yeah,
promotion? I had the choice between $300 pairs of headphones or 1,000 V-Bucks.
And the skin, which I think you got.
Yeah, I still have the skin. Yeah, I mean, I just had to sign in on my Galaxy phone. So I was always, which by the way, like I'm the Android guy. Robot is the iPhone guy. I don't think that either or is superior to one another. They're both expensive phones. I enjoy the customization. Robot enjoys iPhones. I'm pretty sure you just enjoy them because they're good phones.
Yeah, I enjoy the simple of iPhone because you don't really like I've said before. I only use my phone for calling people, memes, and another reason.
Basic stuff, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah. Another reason.
Another reason.
Hang on a second.
That's the only thing I use my phone for. I don't need all those silly little font changes and I don't know emulators on my phone.
I mean, you can put emulators on
Yeah,
iPhones
I think I have
now,
a Game
but
Boy emulator that I can
yeah,
use.
it's just not like I can throw a Dolphin emulator on it,
That's
which I mean it
insane.
it runs, but yeah, with trying to play Call of Duty on it or something like Medal of Honor, I would drop frames every now and then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I tried it, I legit tried it.
You can even download Citra on there, the 3DS one.
Oh,
Yeah, you
play
could
some
get
3DS
download it.
games.
Bro, play really gotta play you've never played any of the God, what is it called? What is Lucina from? Byleth. What is Byleth from?
Final Fantasy? No,
No, no,
not
no, no,
Final
no.
Fantasy.
That's Cloud. It's Cloud. Why can't I remember what it's called, bro?
Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem. Yeah, dude. Have you played any of those games?
Um, no. I try to think of it, but no. Well, okay. I have one, but I don't count it. It's the mobile game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't count that as like well, okay. So I don't like to gatekeep, but I love making fun of mobile games for not being games because a lot of them are kind of either uh very pay to win. Like I'm sorry to call you out, guy, but Clash of Clans
Clash of Clans is
that
completely
is
pay to
pay to
win.
win. It's
Absolutely.
100% pay to win. Um, and a bunch of like the in-app purchase games, I hate them. I hate them so bad. And I've never enjoyed like I downloaded some and a lot of the times they require me to be connected to the internet. I'm like, bro, I'm if I'm traveling and I'm playing a game, that's because I don't have internet and I'm just trying to play something to pass the time. So I'm not gonna have internet to for your goddamn advertisements and your in-app purchases. Uh, but yeah, so before I go on a rant on
It's
that,
another bunch of balloon.
there's
Hey,
another rant.
but hey, I stay true to my Clash of Clans. I've been
Jo-
grinding hard for
Join the
7
CAC.
years.
Join the CAC.
7 years strong, and I have never spent a dime on that game.
Send your best. What's the meta? It used to be dragons.
Oh, dude, that's like so long ago. Just
Yeah.
absolutely, just yeah. The moment you get dragons, then you basically won. But now they have so many different things. It's changed. They have a battle pass now.
They have a battle pass?
Yeah, for five
Oh my
bucks.
god.
For $5, you can. It's actually kind of a really good deal.
Okay.
For $5,
Sell,
it boosts
sell
you
me.
so. Okay, so let's say in the game, right?
Yeah.
You want to upgrade half of your base's walls.
Oh my god. Okay.
And the walls, let's say you want to get to like, oh man, I don't even know what level walls I'm on. Let's say like level 7. I think that's what, at level 7 is the lava walls, I think. And it's
I have not reached
500,000 coins. To do that.
her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like, that's a lot, right?
Yes.
And the battle pass can get you like 4 million coins in like the span of like if you actually grind it and go hard, you can get that in like 2 weeks. And that's how I sell it to you because there's no way I would get that any other way, bro.
If you play Clash on the daily, that it's for you.
Absolutely. If you're a hardcore mobile gamer, if you're a clasher, bro.
Clasher. That's the first time I've heard
If you're a
that.
clasher, bro, definitely buy the battle pass. The heck that. Also, I wanted to go a little callback to what you were
Okay.
saying. Doing you mentioned with that green screen that you bought, you wanted to do like scuffed interviews, or not interviews, but like commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I wanted to make stuff like that. Like, have you heard of the YouTuber Caroline Consnar?
I have not.
You've probably seen her on the Forbidden Meme app. She's
Oh
like,
god.
you know those like, she's that girl that has like the huge microphone and has like the VHS tape. stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and she
yeah,
makes
yeah, yeah.
she's hilarious. I love her. I want to make stuff like that, like kind of like the same. Basically I just want to steal her idea.
Basically, you're
Do
just
my own
gonna
version of
be
it.
shit posting as well as like the way
Yeah.
she does.
I want to make funny stuff like that, and like, cause like she also makes songs and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I love to do the same exact stuff as her.
Yeah, I can see you doing that. Okay, now yeah, that is definitely where I got introduced to her. I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah, yeah. Subscribe to her on YouTube.
What was her name?
Caroline Consnar, I think is it. It's
There
like
was
Konstnar.
if there was a gun held to my head
Yeah.
and someone and that person was like, name the person that makes those VHS style like shit posts, I'd be like, bro, just shoot me in the head right now because I'm not gonna tell you. I don't know who it is.
Hey, heck yeah, bro. I'm surviving.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I think one thing that we should mention is that we never really planned on doing like hour-long episodes, but we've
Mm-mm.
easily hit 50
Yeah.
minutes.
We've just been talking, but also our problem is we haven't stayed on one topic the entire time. Like you were
That's
talking
the best
about
part.
walking to somewhere. You were just talking about walking outside just now, and then we talked about Five Below. You said we were walking into Five Below, and then we just started talking about Five Below, and then that went to a different topic, and we just completely left whatever
We
the
just
heck you
keep
were saying. I
digressing
don't even remember
topics.
what the heck you were talking about. We got to get better at that. That's definitely something we're gonna get better at. Is staying
Well, I
on
mean,
topic.
staying on topic, yes, but
A tiny bit.
I think it's still pretty great that we can digress and like keep a conversation going because I think to me that's the best kind of conversation is when you accidentally move from topic to topic just because you're having a good time. So I don't necessarily see it as too big of a problem. Unless it's like, like when we have someone on, if we do have guests, um like I know when it comes with Soup Chef, he's a streamer. He's probably the first person that I asked if he would want to join the podcast as a guest, and he agreed, which is pretty freaking awesome. He streams a lot of Escape from Tarkov right now, and he was kind of going on not a rant, but he was like given his thoughts on stream of how difficult streaming can be, and it could be very difficult. And I'll save most of my thoughts for that episode of the podcast. But the more he kept like explaining his thoughts, I was like, man, wow, my voice cracked. Man, my
Man.
man, I really want to stream, dude. No.
I want to be a professional streamer. I want to go on.
I want to be like Tim the Tatman and what is his name? Nick Marks. Yeah, they are a funny combo. But before we digress again, yeah, it was one of those things of like the more he started talking about and like mentioning how hard streaming is, I was like that would be a really good episode for a podcast because he's not a big streamer. I'm not a big streamer, but I feel like I have at least enough experience when it comes to it. Um, which I think we should even explain how we became friends because it was due to streaming. So right after we'll mention it. Um, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, he was mentioning how streaming can be difficult, and it could be mentally draining. Is probably the biggest factor when it comes to streaming because a lot of people don't know how uh, there's so many things that goes into it. Besides trying to be entertaining, you also have to entertain the crowd. You have to, or once you have an audience, you have to keep not appealing to them, but like trying to keep them entertained enough to stick around in the stream. You can't show too much negative emotion because a lot of people will end up leaving like super easily. Um, it's one of those things where a lot of people say fake it till you make it, and I can't do that. I'm horrible at trying to fake it.
That's, I mean, yeah, you bring up a good point there, but also, oh man, we shouldn't be talking about this. We should be saving it for that podcast.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I do want to mention I think that's one of the like the hardest things about doing like streaming or even just videos when you're first starting out
Just being an entertainer.
is, well, not being an entertainer, but you have to like kind of make a character in a
Yeah.
way because you can't just like I mean, you can be yourself. If yourself is happy-go-lucky all the time and you never
Hmm.
have any downs, then heck yeah, bro. I'm envy you. But us, or at least me, that's not me. There's
Yeah,
no
it's not
way I
me.
could have like a stream like 5 days a week and then just like not have a bad day.
Dude, I know we said we weren't gonna we'll probably bring it up again. Did you hear like okay, so I don't really watch Tyler One, but I didn't know he was, I could be wrong, I could probably fact check this, but you know how a lot of big time streamers are under contract for Twitch? They have a certain amount of hours that they have to stream a week. Did you know that? So I think Tyler One was set to like 60 a week, which is
Jeez.
insane. Again, I could be wrong, but a lot of people were saying that makes sense of why he has like 10-hour streams. But that is insane, dude. I
Uh,
can't see myself doing that. Like 10 hours streaming?
and of League of Legends of all games
Yeah.
too.
Oh my god.
The whole time. I mean, like he does like reactions and stuff like that too.
Yeah. Oh, you
Gives you good
definitely have to
breaks.
figure out ways to like,
Hmm.
I wonder how he even like works out. I'm surprised he doesn't do workout streams like unless he does. I don't know.
He
I
might.
don't
Yeah, I
watch
don't
him.
watch him. I mean, yeah. I don't watch him like
But he's
daily. I don't know
buff.
what he does, but
He's a handsome man.
oh yeah, he's quite a handsome devil.
He powers up right there.
Oh man, he's yeah, but then also he's one of those other personalities too.
Yeah.
He's so outgoing. Jeez, bro. He's
And he says he's burnt out. Like he said he can see himself retiring. But again, we'll save all of that for that episode of the podcast. Um, so I guess we can kind of finish off this episode mentioning how we became friends because we've been friends for almost as long as I've been streaming, which is
Mhm.
insane to think about. So I guess I can start off how I started streaming. So the setup that I have now, I'm very lucky to have this gaming laptop that I'm currently recording on. It has a I think a shit, I don't even know the specs to it. I know it has an i7. It is a high end gaming laptop. I paid $1,200 on this bad boy, man. It was originally like 1,500. It was $300 off. And I was like, heck it, this is like the cheapest, probably high end gaming laptop I'll find. So this bad boy is high end. It can play a lot of games. I never had this when I started streaming. I started streaming on a on the PlayStation 4. No webcam, a really horrible microphone. It was so bad. Oh my, I was streaming directly from the PlayStation 4. I was streaming Minecraft because I would always play a lot of Minecraft with the homies back then. Fred was actually in there too, which is insane to think about. Fred, Nancy, actually no, Nancy found me too. But Fred was there, and I had a couple of other friends that would join the world, and we would just be joking around and just having a good time. So I was like, maybe I should stream this because it just seems like a cool thing to do. Maybe people will enjoy it. I didn't know that people will actually find me because I was expecting to be like at the bottom, like the bottom of the barrel of streamers, right? So I'm just playing. You can hear everything, the most echo you can probably have on a stream. I was also streaming at nighttime as well. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and after I would probably end at like 2 in the morning. Um, because that was at the time that was how I could stream and when I could stream. And so one of these streams, I was streaming PlayStation 4 Minecraft, and then in comes this gentleman who I accidentally called Dude Robot. So instead of Dude Robot, I called him Dudero Bot.
Dude, robot.
And I didn't think of it much then because I was like, oh, cool, someone's actually watching, not knowing that he was going to become a really great friend. And did you want to take it from there? Or?
Sure, bro. I mean, yeah, since we're talking about our origins and all.
The origin story.
Yeah. So back in those days,
Hmm.
I was I was a depressed boyo.
A young lad.
I was a depressed young lad in middle school, and
You were in middle school?
yeah.
I didn't even know that.
You went to school? No. Yeah, so yeah, it was those days, and I was like, one night I was like, man, this is the worst day of my entire existence. I really would just want to go like on Twitch and just scroll through Minecraft because I love Minecraft.
Yeah, especially in middle school, dude.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, I gotta play with all the homies on my Xbox,
Mhm.
and
It
then
came with every Xbox.
you're free on your Xbox. And then I decided because I mean I was just gonna click on a random stream, but then I was like all these top streamers I want to like talk to somebody. All these top streamers, you know, they're funny and all, but like I don't know, I want to have like interaction. So I set my thing to like low to high, and then I just scrolled down like a tiny bit and I see his stream. It's just Minecraft. He didn't have an overlay or
Yeah,
anything like that.
nothing fancy, just the gameplay.
It was completely by chance. I just click on his thing. Out of everyone else that was there, he wasn't even like top row. I had to like scroll down a tiny bit. I just did this with my finger. You can't see it, but I just scrolled up and then stopped. And then
Oh,
I
wait, so
tapped on you.
were you on like an iPad?
Yeah, I was on my
Okay.
iPad for like the entire time. And I randomly found you, and then I was like, man, this guy's kind of funny because that's when you still kind of had your Chola voice lingering,
Oh no.
and it was hilarious listening to you. And I was like, man, I love this guy. He's hilarious. And you had 21 Pilots playing
Oh my
in the
god, that's
beginning.
right.
In the beginning of your stream, and I was like, man, I love 21 Pilots. And we talked about 21 Pilots for a bit. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back to this guy's stream again if he ever streams. And then that's how I found you. And man, when was that? Do you remember the year that was?
I don't remember the year that was, and we can't even check anymore since you love to unfollow and refollow every freaking New Year's Eve.
Well, let's see. Let's say it's been like 5 years since the part not part. I see. I keep saying it all the time.
56 months since I've gotten affiliate,
Okay, so
and then like a year on top of that. So
Yeah.
about 6, almost 7 years.
let's say like I guess 2016, right?
That would sound about right, yeah.
Yeah, or like the tail end of 2015. Dang, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2016 was the worst year of my life.
I don't mean to laugh.
It's just facts. It's just facts. Oh yeah, but that's crazy, bro. Yeah, 2016. Dang.
Yeah,
Dang, Suicide Squad just came out.
Yes, sir. Yes. Oh, wow, that's right. Yes, because I used that song from 21 Pilots. Uh, which is funny because the amount, the small community that was there at the time would always send me a snap, and they were like, "Your song is playing," and I was like, "Well, I mean, it's not my song, but thank you." But yeah, since pretty much, yeah, that's actually a good way to remember since Suicide Squad. Damn.
Yeah, just remember that Suicide Squad's when we met each other. We met each other through one of the worst movies ever, but it has a special place in my heart.
It was a good movie.
It was
To me,
it was a bad movie, but it was good. It was a good movie
good
at the
bad
same time.
movie.
Yeah, it's my favorite bad movie.
Yeah, so that pretty much happened. And there's a lot that happened. So I wasn't the only person that you were watching because you also at the time were watching Flash.
He was the first person I ever found on Twitch.
The first?
Yeah, he was the
Damn.
very first person I ever found because he was playing Minecraft,
Yeah.
and I wanted to play with someone.
Well, he was also doing like Bed Wars and stuff, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. And your boy here is kind of a Hunger Games OG, absolute best in the game.
Oh man, I sucked at Hunger Games.
And we did that for a long time, and that's also why I saw you because that night I first found you. He ended late. He did a late stream.
Ooh.
So I played with him for a bit, and then when he was done, he was like, "All right, guys, go to bed. I'm tired." And then I was like, "All right, well, I want to talk to more people," and then I found you.
Nice.
But
So
if we
because
don't know about
okay, this is how by chance it was. So Flash, he was the first person that you watched. He ended late on a random night, and you decided I still want to watch and play with someone or like just talk to somebody, and you go from low to high, scroll down once using your finger. You click on my channel by chance because I didn't have anything on there. And it was insane. And then you introduced me to Flash too.
the butterfly effects, and then those two communities merged together, and then now
Very smoothly too, which is weird.
yeah,
That doesn't
that is
happen that
extremely
often.
weird because you're at the time too, your style was completely different from his. He was, I mean, he talks like how your girlfriend talks. And then you were
His
completely
sister,
different.
his sister is
Yeah,
my girlfriend,
yeah, and
which
then
is also like a whole different bucket of worms. Because I knew her for a good amount of years, didn't really think much was gonna happen, and here I am dating her.
yeah, the how the bridge connects.
Hmm.
In 2016, I go find someone, and then the first streamer I ever watched, his sister is now dating the second streamer I've ever watched.
That is insane, dude. That is so insane.
So
Because
go
oh
for
my
it.
god, the so many things just had to align just at the right time. Because one, it's him having to end late, and then I happen to be streaming at that exact time as well. And then the fact that you became friends, and him and I became friends, and then the communities that we had, everyone started to become friends, which was insane as well. Um, and then just keeping in touch because that doesn't happen. Like I'll go on Twitch, I'll make streamer friends, but I don't talk to them as much as other friends, which is normal. That's a normal thing. I know I don't socialize too much on Twitch, which I definitely need to work on. Just be I'm an adult, which means I have a job, which means I don't have as much time. It's unfortunate. Yeah, but I try at least. But it was one of those things. Like at the time, everything kind of just worked out, which is insane.
Yeah, it's just it's crazy how the stars literally aligned for this to happen,
Yeah.
and then and that's how we got into this hotel room. That's how we got to this hotel room with these mics from Five Below.
Oh my god. So everything just kind of makes it.
That's how it all
You know what we didn't
lined up,
talk
man.
about?
What?
We've already hit 1 hour, which is funny because we've only planned to do this for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a name.
Oh yeah, we still don't have a name at the very end.
Which
Hmm.
a lot of people thought we were gonna call this the boys
Yeah, but I mean, like, well, first of all, there's a fantastic show called The Boys
on Amazon.
on Amazon, on Amazon.com. Hey, by the
my
way,
boss twice.
I hear you,
Jeff Bezos
bot.
paying me 2 times here.
Jeff Bezos, bro. Hey, by the way, use your Twitch Prime subscription to subscribe to Red Equalizer
Oh yeah. Hey, thank you.
and watch The Boys.
Yeah.
But other than
Not
that,
sponsored.
man, I mean, The Boys could work, but like, we should put like we have to put a spin on it.
I mean, I always used the BoyoZ
Oh yeah, the BoyoZ.
because that was the thing that I like saying. BoyoZ.
We could
Hey, BoyoZ.
we put like a Z or something on the end. You know, like Phase
BoyoZ.
Plan
Instead of BoyoZ, it's BoyoZ.
is BoyoZ.
That becomes a thing. Oh my god! Imagine doing it like face, so we have a capital
The
Z.
Boyo, yeah.
Do you really want to
Capital
do
Z.
capital B, capital Z, BoyoZ?
Boyo. The BoyoZ. I mean, it could work.
I mean, you know, just because since we're doing this right now, let me make sure that there's no other show that's already called that.
Dude, there's gotta be so many shows called The Boyos. Think of how many people do like this. There's so many like just dudes chilling and making podcasts. Like, we're like absolutely not special.
Okay, so there's one called the BoyoZ podcast.
BoYZ?
BoyoZ on Apple. Okay, so there's
Is there
a
Boyos?
group called BoyoZ, but not the BoyoZ.
Yeah, we are the Boyos. We're not just Boyos, we're the Boyos to listen to on your commute to work.
What, dude? Look at this.
What?
What the heck? He's got a weed hat on top of another hat, and he's flipping me off right now.
Dang.
The Boyos are back in town. We are back better than ever. More guests and more shenanigans. The last upload that they had was what? February 21st, 2022? Okay, that was last month.
Yeah, that's not that far away.
They have 3
Dang,
episodes.
they're still going. Hey, let's
So-
beat them.
I mean, we
Let's beat
can.
them in the ranks. Let's make them our arch nemesis for no reason at all. We have no
They-
clue who these guys are.
They only have 3 episodes.
Perfect. We'll just pump them out.
I mean, we're gonna have the Boyos.
We're the Boyos. I'm down to make it the Boyos. Heck yeah, bro. That's what our. Oh yeah, you can do that. I'm down. The Boyos, and then because that could also include our boy Alex.
Yeah, because it's not just gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be us, but it's gonna be other people too.
Yeah, I'm planning on having people on like most of the time.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not just gonna be us like a lot. I think we're always gonna have someone coming through.
Which
A
I guess I
lot of
can.
people.
Yeah, I can give a disclaimer now. If in the future, things are gonna be sound like right now we're in person, so we can just like stop talking once the other person's talking. In Discord, it's gonna be a lot more difficult.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
probably be editing a lot more.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be talking over you all the time. You're gonna be talking over me.
I mean, heck, that's. I mean, a lot of places are doing it like that, so I mean, I don't mind.
Yeah. I'm expecting when I edit this that our microphones are definitely gonna pick us up.
Oh, overlapping a lot.
I'm gonna have to add a bunch of stuff onto this. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. It's a fun project. This is what I'm just thinking of this. Like you said before, it's not like this isn't like we're not like serious. This isn't like a crazy serious
Yeah.
thing. It's just mostly like a fun project to do because we love creating stuff. That's just our thing.
Yeah. Plus, we can both do editing
Mhm.
because I do video editing. Only you've started video editing because you're starting to do YouTube. Which, by the way, you guys should sub to Robot's channel, Dude Robot. He's making a lot of anime covers. Well, not just anime, but a lot of covers. Um, but you've been getting into video editing, probably not as like in detail as my kind of editing, because I think yours is more simplified, right?
Yeah, I use a program called Filmora 9. So it's like the beginners one for
Mhm.
absolute level 1, and it's basically drag and drop everything, but they also have ways where you can like add your own stuff into it, your own custom stuff, and then learn how to do it step by step.
Like a
Yeah, I don't
timeline.
know about all that. I mean, I have a time like they give you the timeline and stuff like that, but like if you want to add a filter or something like that, you don't have to click on each video at a time to add the filters and stuff like that. You just drag and drop and just have it across the entire top line, and then that's just on the video now. And you can do that with
Damn.
titles and stuff too.
I'm gonna switch over to that.
No, it's pretty great actually. Yeah, and just do that for my video. And also, it's easy because I make covers, and usually it's like either 1 to 4 minutes, so it's not like I have a lot to do.
Mhm.
I just drag and drop, line it up with the music, and then we're good. But yeah, it's perfect. You're the film guy, and I'm the sound guy.
That works out. So yeah, I guess we can end it now at damn an hour and
An
12.
hour
I
and
didn't think we
12
were gonna
minutes,
do yeah.
and we got the
Damn.
Jujutsu Kaisen movie to go check out.
Oh,
An
dude,
hour,
we
it's
gotta
an
leave in
hour.
half an
Yeah,
hour
yeah.
too. All right, that's perfect. So thank you guys so much for listening to the pilot episode of
The
the
BoyoZ.
BoyoZ with the Z. And we'll see. So I guess we're well. Spotify requires a certain amount of episodes, right? So we can start off on YouTube, throw it on. I guess you would probably have other websites to kind of like throw it onto.
I think we can go on Spotify actually.
Can?
Yeah, we
All right,
can.
cool.
We can do it.
I mean, if these guys are on Apple Podcasts and they have 3 episodes,
We can definitely go on Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah. So follow us on Twitter. For me, it would be at Red Eagle Eyes. Yours is at Dude Robot _.
Yes, precisely.
And yeah, so even if you want to support us as well, both of our YouTube channels, except mine is a lot more shit posty. Robots is a lot more professional than mine. Or if you want to follow me on Twitch, Red Eagle Eyes, and then you can join our my Discord or your Discord as well because you have yours too. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate you, and hopefully we can get the next episode out next week as well. Do you want to throw anything in there?
No, man, you did it perfectly. That was the best outro I've ever heard in my entire existence.
All right. Fuck you guys. See you guys next
Bye-bye.
time. Bye.